Alright, I'm going to give it one more rotation, and then we'll start in just a moment. All right, we are back, ready to go. As soon as I can unfreeze my window. Go figure, this is the track that's playing. It's fine. We'll make do. Alright, hopefully audio's, a little bit more balanced now, but hello, Happy New Year. Welcome to tonight's stream of Genshin Impact. So, first things first, yeah, happy 2024. I know it's been one hell of a year in gaming for last year. We had some really good hits. I'm also just kind of trying to feel out the audio levels as well, looking at the meters in OBS. Hopefully we have a good handle on them. With that said, 2023 we had some awesome games that I do happen to have on Steam that I do intend on streaming at some point. We have Armored Core 6, The Fires of Rubicon, which huge fan of Armored Core growing up. Well, I don't know how much of a fan you can consider. When I played the first one, we were too poor to get another PlayStation game, more than like one game per year. So the only other Armored Core besides the first one I played was Armored Core 3 or 4. It's one of them for PlayStation. I have it on my shelf here. But you need an internet connection, and when we had a PS3, I had a shitty network situation, so I didn't get to play that one either. But looks like Armored Core 6 is really, really fun. Just going to the list, I have Baldur's Gate 3, Blasphemous, which is something I'm really looking forward to playing. The second one is on sale, but I didn't want to buy it until I beat the first one. We also have Card Shark, which, going off of Inscription, we're going to get into that, but we took a hiatus. I've got the Castlevania Advanced Collection. Now, not all of these came out last year, but these are some games that I acquired from last year. We got Dark Souls 3, which we did one playthrough of and we never continued. Took a couple of breaks. So New Year's resolution is we want to commit to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if we can, so long as we're not in classes, which start at the end of January. Another game we got was Death Must Die. That was a recent one. Elden Ring, which I think 2 years ago came out. And these are just like games I'm going to be streaming this year, for the most part, that I have some kind of idea. I don't know if I'll do any Lethal Company streams. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just take some friends for that offline. I don't know how well that would translate to online. I am very bad at the game. I played it twice, so currently it's a skill issue thing. And lastly, I mentioned I wanted to redo the Nier series, so maybe we'll look at that with Automata Replicant full playthroughs on PC. And I want to look at Voice of Cards, the Yoko Taro card RPG game, which is, from what I was reading, was kind of the direction that Yoko Taro wanted to go into in terms of mobile game. But Square Enix wanted, more of what we saw in Reincarnation, Near Reincarnation, which is not a bad game. I started it, I stopped it like 3 times now, and recently I picked it up again. The story is nice, and some really good characters, and really good story for whenever there is, story going on. The gameplay is not for everyone. I feel like it's more loadout oriented, and then setting up your units, and then the game almost plays itself, but there's different character cooldowns and character abilities that you can press for strategic timing or whatever, and you could focus like certain attacks on certain enemies, but the animations are all auto attack. When it's your character's turn, they will automatically attack, well, at least in the auto attack. So it's a weird kind of gameplay mix, but not bad by any means. I know the mobile game genre is not for everyone. But speaking of mobile games, we are playing Genshin Impact, and with that said, let's jump right into it with Sumeru. We left off in Chapter 3, Act 4, the beginning of Act 4, and we have these, what are they called? Village Keepers, the Mad Scholars from Sumeru. They're being, they were sent, they were, sorry, I'm trying to articulate my thoughts. Let me stop. They were exiled to Aru Village in a maddened state, where eventually they would kind of come back to their senses, and whenever there was an earthquake, they were seen kind of like healing the village or protecting it by putting their hands on the floor or whatever. Whenever there's earthquakes, sandstorms and stuff, and it's speculated that the Dendro Archon is helping them out. And then we found one of them. Mind you, they're being kidnapped. They're going missing. They're missing people. And from what we found out through the investigation with Dea and Alhaitham and Sino is that Candace as well. Sorry, that they are being harvested for the divine knowledge that they're getting, and the removal of that divine knowledge from the scholars is driving them insane. So, and we almost caught them, but we just missed them. But we had one scholar left, one of Alhaitham's what's it called? I guess peers from the academy. What's up, kids? Yeah, how you doing, man? Thank you. Happy New Year's. Yes, maybe we're getting some near stuff real soon. Keiichi Okabe was saying something of that sort really early in 2024. And again, the second half of Automata, the anime, will be releasing, so it's going to be a near full year, hopefully. And if not, there's always, content we can delve into. All right, the story left off with Dea checking with her mercenary friends, or connections rather, who they are the ones that are kidnapping the sages, I guess for leverage against Sumeru. But Alhaitham was like, they don't want those people because they exiled them in the first place. Why don't you take me? I'm a more valuable hostage. And then it's like, why should we trust you? You are from Sumeru. There's a lot of animosity between these two groups. And, Dea's like, I vouch for them. You can cut off my arm if, as proof of my word that I trust these folks. They want to take down the academia, even though they're from the academia. So, we ended with Alhaitham offering to be the hostage for a hostage exchange. We're exchanging Alhaitham for the village keepers, the mad scholars. So let's jump right in. All right, let's re-enable the audio here. Let's see if I can just manage audio levels between both myself and the game. Hopefully it's not too bad. Please let me know in the chat if things are really, really loud, or if the game audio is way too loud versus me. I don't know. I feel like Square Enix doesn't want to touch Drakengard. Yes, Alice ended, I think. Yeah, in Reincarnation, we're not getting an English dub anymore. So it's all like JP voice acted, but we're still getting English subtitles. I don't know what that means for the state of the game, but hopefully it's not a bad thing. Speaking of Japan, last night, I believe, they were hit with the 7.4 magnitude earthquake. It was really unfortunate. And they were hit by a 6 point something magnitude earthquake, I believe. So there's two of them, and they're also getting a big tsunami warning. This situation looks really scary. I hope everyone's all right, and it's never fun to deal with, what a way to start off the new year. Again, hopefully everyone involved is, safe, and we're able to move to higher ground. All right, so here we are, meeting at, I guess, the hostage exchange point. So as I go through, I might give my thoughts periodically.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
Isak is a little child right there between Dea and Candace. He's looking for his grandfather, who was, I guess, adoptive grandfather, so to speak. He was one of the mad scholars that came and sort of took care of Isak,
I'll watch
who
from a
also went
safe
missing.
distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
So we agreed to help him find his grandfather.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Yeah, there was a thing from Drakengard recently. Who knows what it
Fine.
means? I just want like a proper re-release or a sequel or something. Hold on, I had a thought. I haven't kept up with the reincarnation story, but I heard in the latest chapter that the cage, the place that the game takes place in, might be the moon base from Automata or a form of it. Not like directly, oh, this is all in the desert. And it could be just like where all the data is being, gathered or whatever. And the ghost, Mama, and Papa might be android pods or something. Again, I don't know the super specifics of it, but that's something I do want to check out, as we go along. I feel bad killing these animals. I'll leave them be for now. But yeah, if that's true, no, because something I saw is like the different characters from Reincarnation, like they're in different timelines. But we saw Legion and Red Eye, canonically, and we saw something else. But I guess going forward, it could mean like it's the first time that Reincarnation kind of ties into the Drakenir universe in a kind of direct way. All right, here's where the hostage exchange is going to take place.
They got here before us.
Also, tonight will be a bit short, only because I do have work tomorrow, so maybe 2 hours tonight max. But we'll try to commit to 3
Is it because Paimon
days a week.
overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Yep.
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Is that just like a test of faith? Like you get one slave now, and then if the trade goes off, you get the rest? Or do they only have one person?
Bring him over.
He doesn't look maddened.
Grandpa!
Oh
Why
shoot.
is there only one of them?
Don't tell me they all died.
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
No, I have a feeling this is out of his hands.
It's a one-for-one exchange.
Or not.
Sounds fair, don't you think?
That's not
Let
cool.
me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
Yeah, he's kind of going back on his word. That's not good. Not cool either. That's not what we agreed to, man.
You stay right there!
I was gonna say, do we have to fight them? Come on, man. Take my vitamins. What weapon is that? Oh no, she's fired up, man.
What do you think you're doing?
Getting really impulsive.
Don't you see this blade here?
This is intense.
You coward. Why are your hands shaking?
It's not him, is it? It's a sandstorm.
Earthquake!
Or earthquake. Oh, is the kid gonna die? What? Paimon helping with the traveler. What is going on? Was that a natural occurring earthquake? Was that Nahida's interference?
Paimon's dizzy.
That old guy could move quickly, but I'm guessing he was, I'm assuming that was Nahida's intervention. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Is everyone okay? Grandpa's here. Day is alive. Wait, where are the other guys?
This
Raman.
day's going just great.
They die?
What a nuisance. The sand dune collapsed.
Unlucky.
I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
So maybe it has like a lingering effect, because I think maybe she intervened at some point. Because she can like jump into people's minds, but now she's sealed away. But this guy was seen, what's her name? The lady in Aru village that was shy and hesitant to talk to us. She saw him doing that same like green magic thing. So if Nahid intervened that time, maybe he had some like leftover remaining magic in his body. Possibly. I don't know. But it was just hearsay until now.
The dendro Archon. The present one.
Verifiable evidence.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
So we're underground now.
There used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures.
You know, I always wonder, like, what kind of secrets are underneath, like, the sands and, the deserts modern day. I mean, I'm sure we can use kind of, like, certain, like, techniques to map out the rough layout, but I wonder if there's, like, a big, like, discovery just, like, waiting that we haven't uncovered yet. Or maybe it's being kept secret, if you want to go that route.
The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
Oh no. So these guys are followers of Deshret, and I'm guessing they saw what happened. Now they're going to attribute this miracle to their god.
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They didn't die, at least.
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Kind of scummy, though.
Mind your
What he
head.
did.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
Can he get in there?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
Always in pursuit of knowledge. It's all Haytham for you.
What are you doing?
He's thinking.
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear.
Huh. That is a coincidence, but is it by design? Is this the intention? Because remember, she's actively being monitored by the doctor in the Fatui thing, so she can't directly say, hey, go here, because now the Fatui or whatever, or the sages of Sumeru are going to know what we're up to. So it'd have to be through like vague hints or non-verbal hints, so to speak.
2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say.
Fair. I agree.
Discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Also true.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Hey, teleporter unlocked. Which one? Is there one here? Can I talk to them? They all have the same thing, right?
I see everything.
Yeah, none of them have anything to say. So Nahida's not actually here. For gameplay purposes, she is in the party. Yeah, nothing. Right, we were doing the lore party. No worry.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Well, I don't have Dea,
What's
so
required exactly?
my Ken's is only level 60. Bennett's gonna be my stand-in for Dea.
I won't hold you back.
Wait, can I ascend her? I think I can. Oh, I need the gems. I have the boss material, but
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
so when Nahida possessed the grandfather was being nice, I think, to Isak and protected him, so... But Isak doesn't know that. Alright, let's go inside. Enough talk. We want to make progress. Well, the door's open. Oh, it's a thing. Domain. This is fine. This is a very non-conventional team. It'll be like mini Burgeon-ish.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
What the hell? Yeah, this, funny enough, kind of like Alpus. Like we were reading in the Encyclopedia Eorzea last night, or the night before.
And there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Or like the outside of the facility could be like one shape, but inside could be like a full desert or like a full, like, forest biome or
Sir
something.
Rahman.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Rahman here?
He's such a dick. Not really, he's just blunt.
Are
And that's
you
okay.
mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
He's just being polite. Shit.
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Either the Dendro Archon and King Deshret had like a unified thing going on, or the Dendro Archon kicked King Deshret's ass. I don't know. I don't know like what the story is between
Whatever
them.
you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Stay deeper within the ruins. Oh god. Goodness. There's 3 pillars over there. I just want to take a peek over here. Hello, Rama. What's up, man? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. We are live both here and on YouTube, on Twitch as well. Oh goodness, a puzzle. There's a plaque here. Let's see what it says. Ceremonial guide. Look up at the hall as a mortal and listen to King Deshret's holy guidance. Let's see how we do. So is the answer above me? Maybe this is the symbol of King Deshret? Yeah, we're also on YouTube. Let me post a link. We are multi-streaming right now. There you go. So whichever is easier, you know, you can watch there or hang out there. Comments and all that stuff will be. Okay, so maybe this is like the symbol of Deshret. No. Well, this is glowing. Let me read this again. Look up at the hall as a mortal and listen to King Deshret's holy guidance. There's got to be a hint. Like, I mean, I don't mind like guessing my way through it, but Does this affect any of the other ones? Oh no, maybe I just have to just keep rotating them all so they're all like facing the same way. They're all glowing. Right? Yeah. Now, I reckon... Yeah, no, YouTube is kind of weird. I'm still learning and figuring it out. I know for some you can enable like notifications, but sometimes I would get a notification like, I just got a notification Charlie's streaming right a few minutes before my stream started. So I'm wondering, if there's like something you have to toggle on or... There's gotta be something I'm not noticing. This last one's not glowing. There it is. Oh, it goes down. Okay. Whoa. That is neat. But yeah, we are in Sumeru still, unfortunately, quite a bit far behind, but new year, new chance to catch up, right? There's something I want to do also, like on my end screen video screen, like this one. We're not ending, just demonstrating. I have like a little screenshot folder, so it'll show. I want to get some like Genshin screenshots so that I can put in this, you know, screen and have like a thing of that as well. So let me put the camera on quick swap. I can't take pictures here? Or can I do it like this? No, I can't. Not even in domains. I don't like the print screen. Oh, goodness. I'm being ambushed.
Scatter! We shall prevail! Do your worst!
Propagate! Germinate!
I'm going in!
I'm stuck. I keep getting stuck on these vines.
Scatter!
Investigate. Look at my carrots. Nice, yeah. We get your chat here. Also, hello. By the way, we also, one new thing we have is... we started the Grimoire Vice book for 2024. So any follows and like subs on YouTube or Twitch will be added here. We had an Abby when I was doing my Genshin test. And an Isaac popped in. We added them again. By accident. Not by accident, but you know. Sort of, kind of like in between. Alright, let us continue with this exploration. We are in this temple.
Propagate!
Yield! Hear my prayer!
Good old Burgeon.
Scatter! A process of elimination.
My mirrors hit nothing. How bald. And that hit. We're stalling for particles.
Flicker.
There we go. Absolutely quiet, Ollie. Nothing to say. I really gotta work on kindness, man. Like, her playstyle feels fun. It's probably the staff of Homa that's just sitting on her, but I have like my worst severed fate set on her. Yeah, we just need a few more auras to send her to 70. Then we can work on her talents. She has such an awesome design. What is going on here? Oh. The walk backwards is a change now. Okay. Huh. You're not gonna shift, are you? Do they not say anything, domains? Yeah, my game is glitched. And can elemental vision show me? Check keybinds. Some Sincerius.
Do your work. Scatter. Spring forth.
I know I don't have any electrical or like dendro reactions active right now. That's an elevator. This looks like a mural or something. Oh, is that supposed to be King Deshret? Or like depiction of him? I'm looking at like a similarity between Candace and all, but because it looks like there's almost like a moon behind King Deshret, like from the top of the shoulders up. It looks like a crescent moon turned sideways, so kind of like this shape, I think. And Candace kind of has like a moon on the back of her head, but it's to the side, like this. Interesting. I wonder if there's any correlation between that. Hey, look, another chest. Hey, what's this? Can I break that wall? Two Primo Gems. Can we? We only have 45 left. Oh. That's the elevator. I was looking at the elevator. I wasn't trying to... Wait, do I have to hit the thing? And like, then like... How far can I hit this? That is trippy. Is there another button nearby? What was that? Oh, hey, Chi, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Sorry, it catches me off guard because I updated my stream alert sounds to the pod call from Near Automata, so that really caught me by surprise. But thank you again. Hopefully you're enjoying the story so far. I'm just a little stuck at the moment, but we'll figure it out. And I will add your name to the book really quick. And so you know what that looks like. We also have a secondary camera. Let me just make an adjustment here and point this way. Please bear with me while I change the scene for a moment. All right, so this is a non-working scene. All right. A little thing we have, any followers on Twitch or YouTube subs, events I always add into the book. So let me add the entry in. Let me just double check I have that right. I refresh the page. It's not showing. Yes, QI. Chi, I imagine. I was playing Genshin Impact. And you are the first person in January to follow the stream. Thank you. Or the channel. Genshin Impact. 112024. And if you're wondering why, I have this here is it's a little thing we do for members of the channel. I have a book. A second. Where we add everyone's, channel name and whatnot with dates and all that stuff. So just give the camera a second to adjust. So we have stuff from, January 2021. with, you know, names and dates. And, you know, as you write names and whatnot, it gets a little easier to remember who's who. And whether, you know, it's a follow or a sub, there you can see a little bit easier. Excuse the handwriting. But this is a very old book, so. I had to retire it, though,
Peace and
because of
gratitude
age,
be
and
by all
I was using it for, you know, work,
if I
taking
could
down
provide
notes,
everyone with a
and
life
an
just
art
like
class, and the binding just got really bad, so. We took a bit of a pause from streaming. We came back. We are ready to roll. Let's go back into the game screen. Transition. There we go. Let me just move the overhead camera out of the way because it is in the way of my gameplay monitor. Cool. All right, so there is a switch here. There's got to be some kind of mechanism either I'm not seeing or a way to activate it. No answers yet, please, unless I really get stumped. There's a crack here. And I mean, I don't reckon I can like squeeze in there, right? Maybe I need Dendro? This looks like it could be a switch of sorts now. There has to be something with this altar. I'm gonna be so mad if it's a doorway. Okay, no. Can I do it while I'm gliding? No. So it's not like I could use Amber's thing to set it off. And I'm wondering if this mural's a hint. No, I see two birds. Are you kidding me? I could just freaking stand on the elevator and... I didn't see that before. Oh my lord, Link. I feel ridiculous. Holy shit. Wait, this is also crooked too. Let's just fix it. I'm like, alright. Maybe it's like, if this were like Breath of the Wild where you had like the stasis rune, you can activate the rune while putting like the thing in the elevator to like freeze it in place and then run on. Like maybe I gotta use cryo, but... That's neat. Let's read the mysterious message. I can't read in combat. I can't multitask very well, apparently.
Propagate!
we shall prevail.
Yield.
Oh, huge burgeon. Huge. I mean, Item probably just has more damage than all of them. But still. It's a story playthrough, alright? You know what would be cool? And I don't know if she has it, but like, if she had some sort of like parry mechanics, similar to like how Beto has, with her E. That would be neat. Let me go back to my food thingy, since I can't even do this in domains. I had wanted to take pictures. Screenshots. Oh, we can read that message now. On the board. It's King Deshret. Like, it's really ominous. After 6 days infiltrating the temple, I finally understand the priest's parlor tricks. Reading is hard. The elevator will descend to the ground. Get on top of it before it starts ascending again to reach the dome. Get on top of it again before it reaches... Nonsense, like forbidden ground ahead, mortal shall not pass or whatever. Or just made up by priests to hoodwink us. I leave this method here in hopes that the people of King Deshret who shall travel here in the future shall freely enjoy the privilege of witnessing his sacred presence. So, let me read that one more time. It will descend to the ground. Get on top of it before it starts ascending again. Let's reach down. So it's going to go down and then go back up? Is that like the trick to it? Yeah. I think. So now I'm on top of the elevator. Is there a way I can make it go back up, though? From here? Oh, gosh. Link, it's in the middle of the floor. Ah. Right. And when I press on it, it's gonna go down, right? Oh, okay. Boom. There it is.
Germinate! Scatter!
Yield! Hear my prayer!
Everybody stand back! Why do they never miss?
This is a weird comp, I admit. I'm not doing very good at managing Al-Haytham's mirrors.
Do your worst!
But also, Bennett is our stand-in for Dea, because we do not have a Dea. Unfortunately. It's a shame because I really like Dea. I think she's awesome. One of these again, okay. And I can't even change my team. I am stuck with this team. Alright, I see the pillars. I see these switches. Hmm? Oh, I think I see what to do. I have to stop it when it's on the proper, like, phase of the thing. I'm guessing the King Deshret side has to be facing outside. Is this one going to keep moving, or...? This isn't where we need to go, though, is it? Wait, do I have to do the trick again to go back to the topper? Or is this like a secret, like... No, we're going deeper down, aren't we?
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here.
Yeah.
It's different than what I expected.
This is giving me FF10 vibes.
Plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
Well, didn't he disappear for a very long time? Is that an abyss portal? Or like a teleporter? I'm just exploring the surroundings. I can't even attack or anything. That's not Ermin. That is a very nice view. Wow. And I get elemental sight, right? No, not even. The game's like...
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
It's the world tree. Door of destruction. Door of... You're gonna get stuck... It's Beerus, the destroyer. Let's see. Yeah, it's a thing in your head, Sino.
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
A tomb, and like... It's like a jackal head kind of thing, right? No?
These are King Deshret runes.
Does he recognize
They
them?
left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
Oh boy, don't open the tomb.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
Kasala.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
Jeez. 20 languages? That's a lot. I can barely wrap my head around 2 sometimes.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated.
It's an elemental energy bomb.
The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Hopefully it doesn't start collapsing on
Is
us.
this it?
Analyzing.
What? Wait, this... chess piece thing that he has kind of looks similar to like the King Deshret stuff we saw on the walls.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Fuck the academia.
Yes. However,
Basically.
under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself.
Oh.
You'll understand after watching it.
Did Alhazen, like, already see it? Like, he seems so sure. What is the hologram going to show? Oh.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise.
This is weird.
Disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies.
The black scrawl.
The land
I'm kidding.
was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained.
So was he messing with
Were it
forbidden
not for
knowledge?
Greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life.
Oh.
The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world.
Man, that's what
In
the
end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end.
Oh shit.
As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange.
Huh.
Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
So that's how Nahida went from like being big to small. Wow, that was... First of all, that animation was really, really cool. I liked how they... First of all, the coloring and the contrast, and you see the, you know, the forbidden knowledge kind of corrupting the civilization and creeping in. And obviously, you know, the music is phenomenal. I mean, I think, you know, Genshin's... One of my favorite things about Genshin is the music. Hello. Are you kid appropriate? Yes. You know, we don't, you know, we don't really curse too much here, so, yeah. We keep it that way. But I love the storytelling with the visuals, and it really did give me a lot of similarities to how Nier Gestalt told its story with the black book and the white book and the black scroll and, you know, the sealed verses and whatnot. That's what came to mind. But that was pretty cool to see. Oh, thank you, Genshin. I appreciate that. You a fan of the game? Let me see if I get the alert thingy. My bot isn't showing anything right now. Cool. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. We're going to continue. So Nahida looks like she used her power to save the desert folks from King Deshret's mistake. I want to know about that forbidden knowledge because when we were in What is that snowy place in the peak of Vindigear in Mondstadt in that snowy area? There is like a big nail that fell down on top of them because they were accessing forbidden knowledge as well. So, um, it seems like something or someone keeps stopping them from intervening that way. And the same thing happened in the chasm. We saw another one of those like celestial nails that came down from above. And I didn't get to finish the story in Enkanomiya, but Dragon Spine, thank you, thank you. The word wasn't coming to me. But so now could that be like abyssal knowledge? I'm thinking there's some sort of connection. And let's continue. I don't want to get too caught up in that.
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
So the desert people hate Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, but this shows otherwise.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
Wow. Maybe it was the sages
This doesn't make any sense.
that they changed
Dendro
history.
Archon's followers. They're clearly.
Was that the former Dendro Archon? He became so tiny in the end.
Thank you, I guess. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata came to the rescue of King Deshret and his people, but eradicating forbidden knowledge took so much of her power. I was exploring, by the way, just little side note, and I think I found a door to Conria. In was it in one of the desert areas or was it in Fontaine? No, it was in one of the desert areas. And I'm pretty sure it's Conria that I found. I think you get an achievement. Yeah, I'll see if I could find it on the map where it was. Because I was using that little flying guy from the next part of the story. I was trying to unlock the map so I can get the flowers for Kave, the morning flowers. Let's continue though before I lose track. Completely unaware that their gods stuck by each other through life and death.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology.
Yeah, no, this is straight from a priest of Deshret.
You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The
Sorush, thank you, yeah.
followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refuse to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing.
Is that what's being taught to them?
We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
Yeah, but I mean, considering their living situation, I can understand why. Not that I agree with it.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart.
Big play by Al Haytham, by the way.
To accept this. The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough.
I mean, it's a lot to take in, you know, if you've went your whole life. I mean, Ramon's, guessing maybe at minimum like 30 to 50 years old, you know, within that range. And if, you know, you've lived your whole life until this point believing one thing, then
Give it a rest. You're
it's
starting to make a fool of yourself.
going to be hard to get over that, those prejudices or those notions.
Dia, tell me. My Aramites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Sounds like thoughts. Yeah, literally what we just said. It's hard to
How you
accept
doing?
the truth that he just saw, and probably a lot to process. If I had to take a guess, King Alex, about why they hate Dendro Archon, um, it I don't want to say it's the Fatui because I mean it looks like it's something to do with the sages in Sumeru, or some of the sages, and I'm guessing they spun the narrative that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's gone, and Lesser Lord Kusanali is not the god we want. Forget her. I don't know. And maybe they just tried, it looks like they're trying to keep her out of the picture so far.
I'll live. Thanks.
Yeah. And I know that the academia is involved a little bit. I mean, the Fatui is a little bit involved with what's happening in the academia, but I think it's also part of the academia's doing as well, not just the Fatui's involvement.
I should probably go. I can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for.
Oh, is he going to give us the rest of the sages? The village keepers?
But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
Is there a way he can, like, take the technology with him to show the others?
It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, that's what I figured. King Alex, what you said about the mostly academia.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. This is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side.
I hope they don't kill him, because, like, I don't think I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube, right? So, unalive him, rather. Even though he is the leader of his group of Aramites, they might not take kindly to suddenly, hey, our enemy is actually our friend. They might think he's a traitor and kind of, revolt.
And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
Other resources.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat.
But my question is, like, why did the sages want to diminish Lesser Lord Kusanali and then they kind of, like, make the Aramites hate her? Like, split the people up. Like, how do they benefit from that is what I'm trying to think.
It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
Yeah, it's a turn for the better.
Outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
Like on Saturday, I did like a small stream because I was, getting things started again. And there was a scene with Dea where Alhaitham wanted to, be the exchange for the all of the mad scholars, the desert keepers. And then they didn't trust him, so Dea wanted to offer her arm, and it looked like they were going to cut off her arm, and then, she didn't waver. No one interfered, and then Ramen, told his guy to stop. Don't do it. That was like really... I don't know why I thought that they would go through with it. Or I thought that, Sino was going to jump in and, attack Ramen or something. And there would be a fight, but I'm kind of glad it didn't play out that way. I also think that's kind of the predictable route also. This is a pretty cool way, though, how this unfolded.
Stop yelling.
Also, yeah, the priest had a headpiece similar to Sino. I wonder if there's anything with, the Mahamatra. And, I wish I had Sino on my account. Because, we haven't seen any figures that look like this. yet. You know, from the architecture that we've seen so far. Let's get out of here. Let me see if I can find that Conrian gate. I think I have an idea of where it was. Oh, okay. Go to the area I'm about to head out. Now, before I do that, so that's marked. Okay, good, good, good. So it was in this area. I did unlock the Varukasha Oasis. Oh, man. I don't know which one it was. Maybe it was here. Or was it up here? I'm just gonna do a super quick exploration just to see if I can find that entrance. Let me go with my exploring team for, you know, running speed and all that stuff. Or farm. Also, Spiral Abyss did reset. I should probably clear that before anything, you know, comes up or I forget to do it. And then I'll be starting work again. Where is the Ratatouille? I usually use that for speed. I probably skipped it already. It's gotta be one of these guys. Sprinting. No, it wasn't this one. Darn.
Take it easy.
Oh, goodness. It's funny. I used to be really on top of my parametric transformer. No, it wasn't this one. I still have to do some of these domains. How's it going, Pato? Yeah, so I've been playing the game for a bit, but I always said, you know, I don't want to do the story yet because, you know, I want to save it for stream. And then I took like a 1 year break from streaming. And then, you know, I do my commissions almost daily. And, what else? I do commissions, Spiral Abyss, you know, all that good stuff. It wasn't from this storyline, was it? No, I don't think so. Maybe. It's possible. Yeah, I think it was. There's something in this cave. It looked like it took me to Conria. Based on like the doorway at the end. Oh, you hit 60 in the dance life quest for this region. Wow. I don't know if I've done it yet. We fought the boss here. There was that guy that was kind of like leading us on. It was a world quest. It was an interesting one. I don't know if that's the entrance. I think it is. The C6 Yalan just running through. Is this a dead end? Shoot. But it was in this region, and there is one of the doorways. Maybe it's here. But there was kind of like a little passage that took us to like this really big doorway, and we got an achievement for it. Would it be Wonders of the World? All right, Ram, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Let's claim these. Under the branch areas. Is it in this cave though? Let me see. Yeah, I'm just like trying to speed through it, so. Oh yeah, down here I think, right? Oh, wrong cave. Alright. Huh. I'm wondering if it's over there. But... Kave flower. Yeah, it had to be somewhere else, but Maybe it was here. I think it was this spot right here. This takes me above ground, but underneath it. Yeah. That's it. Just take me down. Oh gosh. I hate heights. Or, you know, long descents. And when I saw this, I was like, no freaking way. So, obviously I'm quite far behind. But we never found out entirely what happened in Connery. Oh, this... There's one of these hill trails here. See if I can swirl him. Petra? Oh, water ran out. I don't want to burst on him. Oh. Punching at the last second. I did that once and then I missed. I'm like, oh gosh. And I'm like, never again. Also, the chasm is probably one of my favorite places in the game, man. Both the music, the dynamic like overworld music, and then the in-game like battle music. Inevitable Conflict is one of my favorite tracks, and I'm so glad they played that at the Shanghai Orchestra that they released live. So yeah, there it is up there. How can we get there quickly? I don't. Maybe we
Follow the wind.
Yeah, I didn't really do too much in Economia. I just got like the waypoints. I mean, regrettably. Let me switch off Jean for now. The one thing with Economia that kind of threw me off was like the big islands that are separated and stuff. It felt very spacious for me. Like, how do I describe it? Yeah, the note makes it obvious. I was upset, like, not really upset, but I was hoping like we'd get like, something you know, more. Maybe we'll probably visit this in a patch or something somewhere down the line. Now, this may be just a gate of Conria, and maybe not necessarily the main entrance, but... Oh wow, there's a morning flower right there. It's a mid-boss fight, yeah. Oh, the Rune Serpent thing? This guy? Ruin Serpent, not Rune. Yeah. Would be cool if we can actually got in there or something, or... I think there's glitches where you can like fade through some parts of the world, but I mean, I'm sure even if you did that, you would probably get banned. Yeah, it's just an Easter egg. Yeah, the chest is up there, I think, right? Or it's the one that I think it's sitting in front over here. Read the morning flower description. Let's take a look. It might not be under food. I think it's under this thing, right? No, that's Dendrobium. Crimson flowers that bloom on ancient battlefields. They can even flourish in the depths of the desert. Their drooping flowers seem to be in mourning for heroes long past. Pretty sad. Oh. Yeah, even like the way they're wilting. There's something with the flowers that the hill trolls drop, those big guys that we just... the guy that was in the cave. They have flowers as well. Let me see if it's here somewhere. And with what we learned about hill trolls in the chasm, that they're like what people from Conria that were cursed with immortality and they would wither over time. So that at the gate, damn. Yeah, a blooming wildflower that a hill troll rogue treasured, bereft of any special qualities. The Eternal Outlander asks not for reward, but only to seek their deeds come to fruition. That's a little bit sad to think about. Is Nahida worth it? I can do a super quick demonstration. I'm not... Alright, let me just finish this flower thing and then... Yeah, I'd say you can get her. I don't recommend pulling for constellations unless you know you have a bit expendable income. I don't want to influence anyone to spend money, but C2 is crazy, especially for like Nilo teams, aggravate teams, spread teams. It's wild. A wildflower that a hill trail rogue treasure. Oh, flowers can be used as gifts or offerings to express one's feelings in many cultures. A wild flower that a hill trail rogue treasured. It was plucked before it could bloom. The hill trail takes nothing with it in its sojourn across the wilderness save this flower. I'm wondering if there's any significance between flowers and if hill trails can kind of remember Conria or, you know, their time from back then. Super quick, I do want to hit Spiral Abyss. I guess we could show off Nahida. Real quick, I guess we could show off the characters, right? On the account. If there's anything you guys want to see, I mean, I don't have anything spectacular. I have a couple of Constellation 6, Nouvelette, Shenhe, Ayaka C6, Yelan C6, and Kaching C6. And I think that's about it. For 5 stars at least. I don't think... And everyone else has like, you know, between 0 to 3 constellations. So if you want to see Nahida in a Nilu team with Alhaitham, I guess we'll do this team. Nahida, and just to show her stats off, this is with her signature at Constellation 2 and 1061 EM. With Nilu, we could use Nouvelette. We could also use Baiju.
I'll treat your wounds.
The extra EM buff. And we could either Farina here or Nouvelette here. I mean Nouvelette.
Thank you for inviting me to join you.
It's gonna be a bit weird because my Baiju is kind of like a... Oh, he's also C6, R4. Yeah, so with Nilu, for the way her kit works is it's entirely revolving around her E. And when you do E 3 times, you can either do like a Hydro ring around you. It doesn't do damage, but it applies Hydro. Or if the last hit is with your auto attack, she shoots like Hydro swords out that it's like a big slice of water for about 9 seconds. But either combination of that, it makes your blooms blow up instantly for increased damage, scaling off her HP, with the exception that your team can only have Hydro and Dendro. If it has any other elements, that passive does not activate at all. Do you need 1000 EM on her? No. Let me show you guys in action a little bit. Okay, so I could bring it either on the first or second half. There's some Pyro guys, so let's do Nilu. Nahida. Baiju, and this is a super whale team, but for reference, the first Nilu team that I used was this one. Barber was my driver, full EM with the healing circlet. Dendro Traveler and Kale. And that was enough to, you know, play the Nilu team without the use of Nahida. Kale has a lot of Dendro application, you know, up front. It's just in a very small radius with her burst and with her E at C2 or C4, I believe. But, you know, it's definitely, you know, serviceable in a lot of different variants. If you want to do an Alhaitham variant, you can also use Kokomi here. And I'll use this team just to illustrate a little bit better what it looks like. And then, can I use my freeze team? Yeah, I feel like I can't play freeze into anything anymore. Because a lot of content has kind of made it non-viable lately. With like Fontaine and Sumeru. Hyperbloom. It would work, but not with Nilu because Cookie is an Electro unit. And it wouldn't enhance the bloom reactions that she does, like the super blooms, unfortunately. Alright, let's see this. I should have put Venti here, actually.
Okay. Do your master's bidding.
Oh, those guys are too far. It's fine. We'll just...
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Shower me with praise. Time to shine. Take flight.
I'm gonna save the burst for the next one. And fortunately, I need better artifacts for my Ayaka. But very whaley account. Alright, so... I guess I could do a talk through of this. So, right now if I do a bloom, it'll blow up after a couple of seconds. But if I do Nilu's dance... 1, 2, 3... I do Nahida. The blooms blow up instantly, 71k. The only thing is they also do damage to you. And it lasts for a couple, like 30 seconds-ish. So that was like a 28k bloom. 36k for that bloom. Without Nilu's thing, the bloom will last for about 5 seconds before it blows up for a lot less damage. But if you do Hyper Bloom, like you mentioned, you can use Electro to, you know, explode it instantly and do a lot more damage. Are you trying to get Navia? Let's get rid of his... Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to pull on Navia. I tried getting a Mist Splitter. Refinement. Probably not a good... Alright, just for context, I did well in this game a lot in 2022 and 2023, so my New Year's resolution is to slow down the spending. I was kind of a big spender for a bit. And reel it in.
Unleash.
Can they be frozen, these folks? Oh, maybe.
Cryo incarnate. Obey. Yoo-hoo. Let the world
Let me do healer for Rena.
embrace the
This is gonna be annoying. I didn't think this through.
my apologies. Unleash.
Into the wind.
Yeah, my ads are gonna have to... Okay, never mind. Its shield is broken. Let me see, let me see. I guess I could start here.
One with nature.
Yeah, freeze.
Adorn my night.
Shower me with praise.
Yeah, no, Navi is such a good freaking unit, man. I feel like the future of Geo should be, you know, attack scaling. I know there's the identity of it having the shields and whatnot, but I don't think... Yeah, sorry about that. I don't think it's scaled too well with, I guess, the direction the game went. And in Nilu's other form, the sword stance, you can kind of use her on field a little bit. The only thing is, her swords don't last for the duration of the cooldown. And, I'm just getting hit. So, I have 6 seconds left on my cooldown on her E, and her swords are out. So it does a decent amount of damage up front, but you exchange uptime. Now, her rings will last the full duration at C1. So it's 16 seconds until her E is back up again, and then, you know, the Hydro application will last, you know, the full time. Just to show, you know, 5 seconds left, 3, 2, 1. The ring should finish. No, it lasts like an extra second or two.
This dance is for you.
It was an 85k bloom hit. Also, you can mostly build Kokomi full EM, and it's crazy because with anything that does like off-field Dendro, like Kale, Traveler, Nahida, you can just blow everything up and just heal, and you become a monster. That's why, because I'm not sure if I was Zhongli. Yeah. There's someone that's upcoming, I think, that's going to be Geo as well. Not Hanabi, that's Star Rail. They mentioned her recently in one of the events. She was like the tailor for the Fontaine characters. That's fair. I think Shatter was Chiori, thank you. Let me see.
Do your master's bidding.
Oh, these guys are dead.
Yoo-hoo. Take flight. Sumeru.
I know I'm not playing this, you know, the optimized way, but
As one with wind and cloud.
Time to shine.
oh, they're dead. Shit. Yeah, Cookie full EM for the Hyper Bloom would be nice because she also does healing as well. For Hyper Bloom, I use Raiden on a full EM set. I'm just gonna focus on this one here.
Hey, make yourselves a move. Hold the line. Covenant of the deep.
Shit. I was trying to switch to Alhaitham, but it didn't work out there. Fremine makes use of Shatter. Fontaniers. Yeah, and I think Chevreuse, or Chevreuse, however you pronounce her name, I don't know if she's in the game yet, but I think she uses Overload, so that's cool to see. All right, yeah, no, it's awesome that, you know, they're kind of bringing back some of these older teams, or older reactions, and kind of making them viable. Also, Farina making Jean a really good unit with Nouvelette is awesome. All right, let's see. Do we have anything to worry about here? Nothing too much. All right, let's see. What kind of team? I want to say Lenny. I'm just not very good with him. We'll go with it. So let's start with Bennett, Kazuha, Zhongli, Lenny. And then for the other team, it doesn't really matter what I play, right? Yeah, seeing Noelle as like a driver is so nice to see because she was like one of my earlier units, you know, from the beginner banner when you first start the game. That I enjoyed using. Granted, she's only level 60 there, but you know, very early on, it was nice to see. But Navia looks incredible to play. Let's see. I guess we can do like a Hyper Bloom with this, right? For that, we need Hydro. Let's give this a go. Well, instead of Baiji, you can use Alhaitham instead. Character recharge. I hope I'm not making a mistake here. Oh, these guys are Pyro. I have Zhongli and Petrus, so... Oh my god, I forgot to frickin' burst. Yeah, no, he's gonna put his shield on his A, yeah. I did that backwards. It's been a while since I played Lenny, so like my muscle memory is like all messed up. Did I just go through his shield? Alright, EQ. The crazy thing about EM Raiden is she's doing like 60 to 80k freaking Alright. Well, she does like between like 40 to 80k Hyper Bloom hits with about 1000 EM. I'm using a Dragon's Bane on her. Can I pull these guys in a little bit closer? We're gonna charge in or no? No.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
One more.
Now disappear.
Oh, they're Pyro, aren't they?
I will have order.
Alright, we're good.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Wind strike. Fallen leaves. Adorn my nut. Crumble. Step right up.
70k, not bad. I'm doing a lot of mistakes with Lenny, man. Really? I got so lucky with the Yelan banner that I think I stopped at C. I got C0 by accident. I was like doing a whatever pull. I got C1 in like 20 pulls, 10 pulls-ish, 13 I think. Then I went for the C2. You know, to like around 60-ish pity. And then with C3 was early, and C4 I did it for the Nilo team. I'm like, why not, you know? Because Yelan C4, every time you hit an enemy with her E, it increases your team's max HP. And for Nilu, the Vorukasha Glow set wasn't in the game at the time. So the only HP set was Tenacity of the Mill as 2-piece. So I'm like, let me just do that. Just force the Did I kill the crocodile? No. Yeah, no, Hyper Bloom damage is so nuts. I'll try to slow down the Dendrop so you can see it a little bit better.
Hey, make yourselves a home.
Torn to oblivion.
Her burst hits like a wet noodle, but her Hyper Bloom hits really freaking hard. 71k right there, 77k, I couldn't tell. Alright, a lot of slimes. Alright, so there's a lot of Hydro on the first half, so maybe either bring Ice or Pyro. These crabs, I think, are Pyro, I'm not sure. And, you know, I'll bring an Aggravate team for this Jade Plume. Would that work for all 3 floors? Yeah. Maybe even a Nilo Bloom team. Actually, yeah, because Dendro would work really good against these. Hydro or Hyper Bloom with Nuvolette. That's what I'll do. Nuvolette, Hyper Bloom. Nuvolette, Nahida, Raiden. And, we could, I mean, Nuvolette could probably steal the whole floor. This is just being, you know, meticulous. I guess we could buy you for the first half. What do we bring? I feel like maybe Pyro might be the way to go. We could bring a lot of things here. It's just the slimes that I'm worried about because there's a little bit of every slime. So we'll do like a double element. So for the Electro, Dendro could work. There's something with Electro. Something to brute force it with. We have Farina. We have Kazuha. Freeze would stop me with the Cryo Slimes. But Farina could, hit that. Let's try Freeze with Venti this time around. No Zhongli, huh? Yeah, you know what's been kicking my ass though? In Star Rail, they had floors 11 and 12. I'm a bit more free to play friendly on Star Rail than on here. And I just can't, you know, get the new floors done. It's kind of a skill issue, but also the way I build my account with like the resin that they give us. Nothing even got hit, huh? I built too many units in a Star Rail. So like as a result, I spread myself too thin. I have a lot of artifacts, I mean a lot of characters leveled. But nothing like solid enough to help me push through. Like I can clear it without people dying, but... Oh, is this a freaking... Get him, guys. Karina does so much damage, it's nuts.
Cryo incarnate. Think you can get away?
Forgot I'm not playing Kaza, huh?
Whirling snow.
Yeah, and like the power creep in Star Rail is... I feel like it's so nuts. Going from like Blade and Kafka to when Imbiber de Lune came out, Don Heng. Oh goodness, man, that just felt scary. And like I felt bad for, you know, Jingyuan mains. But I mean, at least like the new artifacts that kind of, you know, helps him out a little bit more.
Shine down. The doctor will see you now.
Seems like an emergency.
After Nahida, you'll pull for Farina. Let's see. I think Nahida's in 2 patches. It's speculated she's going to be running with Yaimiko on the second half. The first half is, I think going to be Cloud Retainer and Zhao. I'm not 100% on that. I think that's the last thing I saw.
Manifest. Here we go.
None of this is swirled, but it's fine. We'll make do.
Time for takeoff. Let's play.
Unleash!
Let me heal up a little bit.
Time to shine.
My will embodied by ordinance.
So hold Shanghai E is nice because you can just, you know,
Embrace the ice.
pretty much stay permanently in doing like hefty, auto attack damage. Just trying to build up bursts. Oh, this is 411. Yeah, Ron May. I didn't pull on her. I don't know who I'm saving for at this point. Maybe Black Swan. She looks awesome visually.
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge.
All right, have a good night. Thank you for chilling and hanging out, Alex. Appreciate it. Sleep well. Oh, I just missed my orbs. That's such a feels bad. Her visuals are awesome. Like I like her burst with the pedals and stuff. She's playing the I don't want to say lute, but the stringed instrument she has. Yeah, I'm definitely pulling for Black Swan. I don't have a Kafka though. And for dot units, I mean I have a Sampo, like E0 I think, and I have Gwenaifen. Oh, you're saying Baidapata. Okay, gotcha.
Cryo incarnate.
Oh, what a Luke.
Let my name echo in song.
No, he's still in a burst. Okay.
Coming to art. Sumetsu. Whirling.
Ayaka just still does dumb damage when freeze actually works.
The temple of wisdom.
I gotta work quick here so Nuvolet's power washer. Well, let's see. I just gotta aim it. Will it work? No hands. That's a BS team, man. C6 Nuvolet works in conjunction with his C4. C6 works so that when you charge attack with him, if there's any of those like water droplets on the field, he'll absorb them and continue to cast his charge attack. His C4 is whenever he gets healed, he'll spawn a water droplet on the floor once every 4 seconds. So you can QE charge attack if you have like a healer like either Jean or Baiju that can constantly heal him or heal him like every so often. He'll spawn an extra, 1 or 2 from his C4, which will extend. It's nuts, yeah. I mean, I pulled Silverwolf on the Argenti banner. This is different. We have Thunder Manifestation? I know the Abyss just reset, but I didn't know we were getting like a new loadout of enemies. What's this? A Hydra Tulpa. Alright, let's take it slow. We actually have to think now. A little bit. Perpetual Mechanical Array. That's the thing you fight in Inazuma in that cave. I think you have that force, add phase where it splits into parts. That's fine. Thunder Manifestation, I can either bring... Oh, Nilu destroys that. Dendro. Maybe I'll bring Tainari there. Or my original team for that was actually... before Sumeru, we had a really rough Thunder Manifestation Spiral Abyss. I used Zhongli, Bennett, Kazuha, I think, and Ayato. And what I did was I would stand on top of Zhongli's pillars, pop Bennett burst on top of there, and use Ayato's E and just slash the heck out of the manifestation. It was funny. All right. Hydro Tulip. Oh, that means I can't use Nuvolet. That's fine. This could be either or. It doesn't really matter, I think. Geovish Haps doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, I have Nilo C2 and Nahida C2. That's where I stopped on them. I wanted to eventually C6 Nilo at some point, but I think I'm going to wait for like the next 2 or 3 banners of Nilo. Hydro Tulpa. I don't think I fought this thing yet. Obviously it's Hydro, so probably bring a Nilo team. We should be fine. I mean, Freeze might work. I feel like maybe Linny, a Pyro team might work. We'll see. Second half is a Thunderhelm, Lava Trail, and some Aramites. I feel like Hyper Bloom could work on either floor. Well, except for, you know, the Thunder Manifestation. I want to get better at using my Linny team because I feel like I fumble and I kind of just do a lot. Yeah. I want to get a bit more practice with it. I'll do this. Zhongli's on Petra. I don't have a Dea, otherwise I go like in a full mono pyro. That might help me out with Thunder Manifestation. The Vishaps, I mean, we have the Kazuha burst for the AoE. We'll see how that goes. PNA and Hydro Tulpa. I haven't used my Tainari, but I think I moved his artifacts off of him. I could use Yaimiko here. In what capacity? Hyper Bloom? I haven't used Yelan yet. I mean, I'm definitely overthinking this. I'm just trying to think of like a different team to play. Like some characters I haven't used yet. My Yaimiko's not very, very powerful though. She's C0. R1. Not the best artifacts. My Kaching is God. Not built yet. Even though she is C6. I guess we could do a Nilo team. And just, you know, front load it with Dendro. Either Kokomi or Farina. Well, Farina doesn't buff the transformative damage, but she does buff the raw damage itself. Kokomi gives me healing and Hydro. It's just the last guy, I realistically won't need any Hydro, because he'll apply it on himself. Let's just go with Farina and see how it goes. Right, I said Hyper Bloom. Shoot. My mistake. All right. Let me just check something here. All right. Going back. Let's see how it goes. My friends are always like, "You're a whale. It doesn't matter what you do, man." I mean, to a lesser extent, yeah. Oh gosh. Which needs to buy some time for heals. Right, so you want to attack the glowing one, right? That should do it. One almost has their burst. Alright, this was Thunder Manifestation, so I'm trying to get the rotation down. Can Bennett burst, swirl it with Kazuha, the fire, if I can, because I know Thunder Manifestation I won't be able to get the pyro on him too much. The Zhongli burst into Linny burst, charge attack E.
Everybody stand back. Let's clouds high. The birds come. Wind strike. I will have order. Let's get this show on the road. Now discipline.
Oh, you
Adventure time.
you bat. I dodged.
Going in.
Stabilize.
Step right up.
Oh, I don't have Bennett Burst. Shit. Almost.
Let's light it
Yeah, I was debating if I want to get Cloud Returner. Is she going to be a healer? I don't remember what.
Dreamwork.
Wind strike.
A round of applause.
I think she's a healer primarily. In the C6, she's a DPS. Something of that sort. I mean, I could probably just stay on Lenny the whole time and just.
And voila.
Let's do that. Alright. That's chamber 1 done. What are these cards? We'll do this. This was the. She heals a lot. Okay. She does plunge attack, like turns everyone into. Oh, and kind of like Zhao. Gives a little bit of heals. Would that work with Diluc? Oh, speaking of Diluc, did you see that glitch some time ago where like Diluc's his second E where you can like animation cancel it and he can just keep, hitting? I was able to replicate it once before they patch. I don't know if they patched it out, but
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge.
A process of elimination.
yeah. Alright, I don't have any more Hydros, so let's go ahead and swap off.
Let the world come alive.
Yeah, I know, it was nuts.
The Temple of Wisdom. All eyes on me. Time to shine.
Yeah. You gotta like Venti, hold E, and then like in the second one, like as soon as you hit his second E, I think you spam jump, and every time you did, it would do like an instance of damage. I have a clip of it somewhere on my computer, but I wasn't very good at doing it.
As one with
Can I get the Pyro Swirl? Yes.
Here comes the finale.
Step right up.
These guys have a lot of HP, huh?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
That's okay.
is order.
We'll make it work. Oh, I don't think I swirled anything there. Shoot. It's okay. We'll just have to get good. Oh.
And voila. Let's light it
Some 99k. Also, my lineage doesn't have like the best artifacts either, but
Everybody stand back. Let's get this show on the road.
Step right up.
Adventure time.
Solidify.
I'm going in.
I will have order.
Here comes the
cannot switch character now.
and voila.
I was really surprised at how much damage Laney does. This is a C2 Laney with his bow. Yeah. If you don't have Dare or Zhongli, it's weird. And then obviously if you use Zhongli, you don't have the full benefit with his signature. Or I think his A4 passive. You could use Tank Fei or Yan Fei if you ever at C4. But I do have that build, and even then her shield is still really, really weak. But at that breakpoint, you have her there for like the damage. Not to mention, you can also throw Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayer on her for, you know, the additional damage increase for Lenny. Oh yeah, you.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
I haven't fought this guy, but whoa.
Positions. My eye prism. I see everything.
I feel like Tanari would be really good here. I'm running low on stamina. I'm trying to time my dodges.
Sharing my knowledge.
This is a fun looking boss though. Also, we're only going Nilu for the dance buff, so that our blooms explode instantly. Not that, you know, we're trying to hit her with Hydra damage. Hit the boss. There it is. Oh no, I didn't get that far in the story yet. Oh wait, to ascend her? I think you're right. You're right. You're right. You know what it is? I joined a friend's world, and they're caught up to the story. I was also incredibly sick during that time, so it's kind of like a bit of a haze.
One with wind and cloud. Wind strike. Stabilize.
Let's get this show on the road. Now disappear.
Oh my lord.
This is order.
I'm going in.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Might have to restart this floor. Actually, no, Lindy can heal. What am I talking about?
The finale. And voila.
Was foretold.
Dance with me.
Everybody stand back.
Be a good audience.
One with wind and cloud. Into the wind. Order guide you.
Oh, I didn't get the fire gem. What's that, Zhongli for Petra? Shit. Pardon language.
At least.
There it is. Spiral Abyss on a whale account. Cool. Or maybe I do have it unlocked. I think you're right. Didn't I need it for... No, for Nouvelette, I think he needed the seahorse. Right. I know Nouvelette needed this guy. The Millennial Pearl Seahorse. But the one for Farina, I don't think I have it in my account. Oh no, I do. Hydra Tulpa. Let me go into the regions to see if I can refresh my memory. I'm pretty sure I've farmed him on my world as well. Being that I have the waypoint, I assume so. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was just like dealing with the flu at the time, so like I had a fever, body aches. It was just a haze. Okay. So he's not entirely new. I did get an achievement for him though. Or in that fight. Stop the Hydra Tulpa from absorbing half tulpas twice in one challenge. Oh. Kill the ads. Cool. I didn't claim my rewards from Spiral Abyss. Just go back for 1 second. What I want to do sometime later on is I want to try clearing Abyss with 4 stars. Obviously, you know, we're doing it with whales and stuff, but like, for example, like Thunder Manifestation, doing it with like non like C6 characters or signature weapons and seeing how we do. Just kind of like a for fun sort of deal. Like at one point I did have like Amber built with a charge attack build. I tried doing machine gun to Amber, but my technique was not very good at doing it. Xinyan for shields, right? I think the problem with her is her skillings are a bit weird. Her shield is tied to her E? Wow. That would be nuts. Yeah, they have her constantly 10, 9, 10. I tried doing like the Baron Bunny build. This was all when she was C2. Like I just kept getting constellations passively for her over time. And I stopped playing her. I felt bad about it because, you know, for a while I just kept calling myself, hey, I'm going to be an Amber main. I'm not going to pull in any 5 stars. And then The first time I've ever spent money in this game was Zhongli's banner back in, I think, 2022. Near the end of it. I think it was him and Albedo. Let me see. Genshin Impact banner history. All banners. Let me just see if I can find it. It wasn't this one.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same.
Okay,
as
this is
ocean
descending.
water.
Good, good.
But where are those who share the memory?
It was the one from August 24th to September 9th. And I think it was with the Tainari banner when Sumeru just released. That was the first time I ever, spent on this. Nice. Yeah, I want to build them all eventually. You want to use Kaching and Hyperbloom, was it? Let me just make sure I'm reading that right.
Cause them no harm.
Yeah, like I've been trying to play with Kaching a bit. I just feel like her damage isn't. Maybe it's me. It could be a me thing entirely, a skill issue thing. This is the hyper. That just aggravates him, Link. Let's turn this into a Hyperbloom team. I just remember reading that you would need EM on her. Do this. I don't. Oh, nice. Yeah, she's nuts at C6. Now this doesn't really count because it would be I feel like it's a skewed thing. What can I fight to kind of show her damage? Well, I mean, I need the pyramid thing for my Candace. I want to build just because. For reference, Kaching in my account, she's on Thundering Fury. 60 to 17 crit ratio. 166 EM, not a whole lot. I've got her on a Haran Refinement 2. I had her on Mistsplitter, but I can't get a decent crit damage set with a crit ratio with Mistsplitter. So Haran gives 33 crit rate, and it's neither here nor there. Well, I mean, I suppose I could use Kazuha instead of Raiden, so we get the Electro Swirl and increase damage. Why did I bring Raiden? Oh, it's a bit weird in Hyperbloom. We'll give it a go. Or if I really wanted to, I could swap Raiden for like some other Dendro unit for the Elemental Resonance.
I'll treat your wounds.
Do Baiju. He has his weapon refinement 4. I just kept winning this thing on the banners each time it popped up. I don't want to talk about this. March has Hunter. I was going DPS build on him, and it was actually doing decently well. What's 71 yet? No, his artifacts got changed around. That's not right. Yeah, he had an EM Sands, I believe. But I think I swapped with Alhaitham. Or was it Tainari? Someone... Oh, but I'd lose my 4-piece. Either way. It's fine. We just have him there for the... Yeah, because I was using him with Farina as a driver. I know it's not viable by any means, but still.
Strike a pose. Let the world collide. Incoming.
I don't even like know her combos for reference. But she just shreds, man. Not a very good piece, but we got three things from that. Yeah, for Baiju, when I'm using him as like a DPS driver, I usually have him paired with Nahida, and she has Deep Wood, so I have him like on EM sets. I think I was swapping artifact sets around though a lot, and then his stuff got mixed up. Because I don't... That had to be it. Yeah, I know Nouvelette. Yeah, okay, grab that piece. Baiju had this piece previously. But Nouvelette was kind of like my main. And then his sands was a little bit different as well. I think Nouvelette took the sands too. Charlotte. She's level 10. Anyways, I'll fix Baiju another time. But let me go back to the story now that I'm here. Let me just do my expedition real quick before I forget. I did my By the way, your icon looks nuts. Is that like a decaying skull? Is that from a game? I just noticed, like, I'm looking at it like, wait, that's a skull. I love the whole aesthetic. Also, this is such a nice quality of life feature. The claim all and send all. Oh. 30 more minutes till everyone else is ready. Alright, so going back to the story. Let's just ascend Candace real quick. What does she need for her ascension? I need the Varanado Lazarite chunks. Oh, Ballora from FNAF. Okay. Design like Scrappy. Okay. That is awesome. Ballora, is that the one from Sister Location? The one that dances and like tries like talking to you or guiding you with her voice? I might be thinking of the wrong thing. Because I've seen Ballora once mentioned in a video. I tried getting into FNAF some time ago, and I kind of understood some of this. Mind, this is before like the last 3 games came out, so we're talking like 2017-ish, maybe 2018. And then I'm working in public school, and one of my students, a very troubled kid, and he was into FNAF, and then I was able to use 5 Nights at Freddy's to kind of connect with him a bit and try to get him to do his work. I'm like, all right, you do your Ballora is a ballerina, okay. Varanado Lazarite chunks. I need 2 more of these. And like, I'll kind of like help him. Like, all right, if you do your work, we can look up some of the lore, look at some of the story, because he kind of knew about the game. And he was a 5th grader at the time. So, granted, if he did his work, we can like look up the video, maybe go pull him to the side for a bit where it's not distracting the other kids, and just talk about it, look at certain things. Like he wanted to know a bit more about the Purple Man. Obviously, we watched a lot of Game Theory's videos.
And today I use these skills to protect the village. So perhaps this new strength I now gain in the present is preparing me for trials that lie ahead in the future.
Neat. Something I want to... this auto-add thing is phenomenal. It's okay. It's 4K EXP. So I need 8 more of those tetrahedron things, please. 2 more lazarite chunks, which I think I can craft. I don't have any henna berries? I collected... Oh! I used all of them for Farazan. Wait, what do you mean that you owned? Could you elaborate on that? Yeah, it was Farazan that used the henna berries. Okay. We got her C6. And I'm like, great, I can build a character. I don't have Wander on my account. Let me try with Kazuha or something. And Jean is C5. Venti's kind of like on a crit build, just to see what the damage is like. Sure. Kazuha's on an EM build, I think, right? Yeah, 999. But I don't have like an Animo driver DPS yet. And Sucrose is like before I got Kazuha, I would use her a lot. So they started working a little bit on Hazo. Oh, look at that. I just need the Yuta turquoise trunk. Oh wow, that's really cool. Yeah, let me just understand that. So you own the wikis for Sister Location, FNAF 6, Ultimate Custom Night. That was one of the more recent ones, right? Like 2 games ago, I think. AAA Fazbear. Is the new one like Help Wanted? I think. Also, Ultimate Custom Night. Is that the one that was like really, really glitchy? There was one of them that was like it got mixed reception, but I don't really listen too much to like the general consensus because I feel like oh shoot, sorry. I feel like for a lot of games you should just play it yourself, like for what you. Oh, the new one is Help Wanted too.
At this rate, the name Cyclone is really gonna stick, isn't it?
Like one of my favorite game series is the Nier series, and I played Nier Replicant or Gestalt in the U.S. Not to be one of those gatekeepers, but before Automata was a thing, when almost nobody knew what Nier was. Well, very few people knew about it, and I got into it because of the music, and from the rhythm game on the PSP, Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm, and when I heard the music, I'm like, whoa, I should really, really, really play this game. It sounds nuts. And I played the game. Right, you want to work on her burst? Oh, cool, I have some admonition. And the gameplay was not the best, but the story was phenomenal. Oh, Security Breach, okay. Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like Security Breach. Is that the one where it ends where like you're locked in with them and like the whole place gets burned down or something? And it was the guy that William Afton started the Freddy Fazbear Pizza with, his partner, that stepped away to kind of try to stop all the animatronics. I might be thinking of a different game, but I did watch a video kind of recently. Let me see. Razor shield blocks incoming attacks. Da, da, da. Okay, so it's just like a charge and a block. Unfortunately, it's not like Beto's parry. That would have been fun. I have a 4-piece. 63, 144. Not the best, not the greatest, but serviceable. All right. I'm going to go for a few more minutes, I think, tonight before we wrap it up. Hey, how's it going, Flame Crested? We did Spiral Abyss. I've been chatting with King Alex over on YouTube. And now we're currently talking about Five Nights at Freddy. We did a little bit of talk about Nilu. And shut off the whale account, and whaling doesn't... choices don't matter in Spiral Abyss when you can just whale through everything. And we're just going over a Five Nights at Freddy stuff now. So, if that's not the canon ending... Henry is the guy that burned it down. Okay. What's the canon ending to the series, and is it still ongoing? Also, yeah, Rama popped in earlier. We had Katie Abbott for a bit. Some other folks as well. I saw the movie recently. I actually kind of liked it as like its own thing. Let me go back to my canon. My RP team for Sumeru. Yeah, this one. We're pretending that Bennett is Dea for this, okay? Princess Quest is the canon ending for Security Breach. Oh. I've never even heard of Princess Quest. Huh. And also, like, how do the books tie into this series? Would you be able to give a quick... Are they canon to the story, or... It's the one where you play 3 minigames and kill Glitch Trap and Free Vanny. Yeah, I know. My 50-50s all went into Jean and Kachings and C12 Chi-Chis. I should build Chi-Chi sometime. She's level 20. With a 2-piece gladiator. And an R5 Amenoma crafted Inhuman sword. Feather Fry and 6 piece. Okay. Pizzaplex. Yeah, I want to get into it sometime. Alright, so story-wise, for folks that are tuning in, we discovered the tomb of King Deshret, and we learned the truth about Nahida, well, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, sacrificing her energy or her power to save the desert folks and King Deshret, to stop the forbidden power from consuming all of that region, or maybe Sumeru. However, it ended with her turning into a child form. Yeah. So then, Raman, the leader of the Aramites, said he needs some time to think about everything he just witnessed. Because Al-Haytham showed him, like, the priest of King Deshret, the guy with the Sino helmet. When does this expire? 13 days. Okay, we're good. Like, the truth of what happened. And Security Breach ruined a character from the bookshelves. Oh, that's neat. Little time. Oh! Wait, what set is this? Oh, it's the new set for Navia, right? Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods. The 2-piece gives 18% attack. 4 pieces are using elemental skill. 20% geo bonus for 10 seconds. While under shields granted by Crystallize. Like, in my head, like, I would love to use this as Zhongli, but I don't think he could make use of this 4-piece set very well. Maybe he can. I don't know. I'm not like a big theory crafter, but this could be a decent off-piece though for someone like if I need like an HP sands with crit. Like if I were to do like C6 Nilu, if like the last set is the ER, that'd be nice. Yeah. Song of Days Past. This is the healer set. I heard this set is not very good. That's a lot of text. Let's break it down. When the equipped character heals a party member, the yearning effect will be... I'm reading this as monotone as I can. The yearning effect will be created for 6 seconds, which records the total amount of healing provided, including overflow healing. When the duration expires, the yearning effect will be transformed into the Waves of Days Past effect. When your active party member hits an opponent with a normal attack, charged attack, plunging attack, elemental skill, or elemental burst, the damage dealt will be increased by 8% of the total healing amount recorded by the yearning effect. The Waves of Days effect is removed after it has taken effect 5 times or after 10 seconds. A single instance of the yearning effect can record up to 15,000 healing, and only a single instance can exist at once, but it can record the healing for multiple equipping characters. Equipping characters on standby can still trigger this effect. Huh. Wait, oh god, official voiceover. Yeah. Now, from I can imagine, just as a meme, you put 3 healers on your team on this set, and you just throw Dea on Ocean Hued Clam, throw her EA, and just AFK on her. But no, how would that affect? Then this wouldn't actually. Never mind. Yeah, this set not very good. I have to scroll up like 4 times just to get to the top. I like the icon for the hat though. It kind of reminds me of Farina's hat a teeny bit, not too much. I guess just because of the color of it. It has a brim and a little feather. It looks nothing like Farina's helmet though. Hat. Remember back in the day, like before I used to whale, I used to hold on to like an exile set, and then what's the other one that gives EM to the team? Not exile, but instructor. Yeah, this one. 2 piece gives you 80 EM, and 4 pieces when you do a reaction. The whole team gets 120 EM. Some people still use this for their 5 stars. So it's not a bad set. Like, I've seen a lot of Bennett builds use it. Alright, so let's see if Ramen's people A, accepted the fact, the truth of what happened with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever release like a 5-star version of it.
Raman, we're here.
He was hoping everything went well with his people. Yeah.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it.
Neither lost her arm.
But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
How cool would it be, like, if the Aramites in the open world no longer attack you, but then how would you get their materials, you know? You could argue that those, like, rogue Aramites, or it's like a different faction, or, a different group, bandits.
Where are the perpetrators?
Oh, no.
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
Oh, really? They've made, like, in developer discussions? I would love if they put Dea back on a banner. Or her weapon.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
They're sages? Or, the best thing I think they could do is, just like how with the weapon banner, you can kind of like pick your fate, which path you want to go for the weapon. Do that with the standard banner. Select the 5-star you would like in the event you lose your 50-50. But I know they won't do that because yeah. Right. That's fair. Aramites is an umbrella term. So, I mean, in the context of this, it does make sense why some of them would still be hostile, considering they're also, like, spread around the region and whatnot, both Sumeru and the desert. So these folks look like sages. Let's see what they have to say.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
Oh, shoot. Sino, get him.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you.
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No. Make it quick, please. Swift and painless.
That's true.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost.
Is that a Fatui camp in the back?
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
They probably didn't expect it.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
I didn't think about that. They might be victims if, they're forced by the Fatui to do this.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
Oh, I'll hate him as such a blunt person in Sumeru. He comes across as a bit of a dick, and I love it. Because in a lot of friend groups and circles, I mean, even in person, like, there's always, like, a lot of beating around the bush. And just get to the point, man. With sometimes. Not only that, he also has, like, a different take on things, and I like how observant he is. Sino, on the other hand, it's funny seeing him being serious like this because, obviously I'm very delayed in doing the MSQ, the Archon quest. So my only interactions with Sino have been through some of the events where he loves playing TCG, and he's, like, nuts for it. And there was that event a couple of months back with Kave, I think, winning the tournament, or Sino. I forget who, but now seeing him, like, all serious and, like, actually doing his job here is just, it's funny.
I could do worse.
Different.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking.
Also, I love his voice. Really good voice
They
acting.
extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
May I ask him a question?
Be my guest.
What are we gonna ask him? Oh, do I have to play detective time? Yeah, so far, I mean, I don't think I've disliked a single VA in this game. Or I'm like, ugh, that's their voice, really? Let me think. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm really big on like all Fontaine's voice casting, Sumeru's as well. I mean, Dory, but I think that's intentional because of her character. Oh, the god. Yeah, they're trying to build a god.
Uh-huh. It sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru.
You have a god. All right, they don't like her.
It may seem as if Sumeru's
Yeah, no, I
academics
love.
are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between.
Have you heard Dory's JP voice? Oh my lord, it is phenomenal. Her elemental skill, and she has an idle voice line where she sings. It is like, it's so good.
The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you didn't lock Lesser Lord Kusanali away.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities.
Is that the gnosis that Scaramouche obtained from Miko in exchange for saving the Traveler? And I'm just thinking out loud. Please don't answer that. I'm just voicing my thoughts.
The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed.
You know, Dave's just like smiling throughout this whole ordeal. So the Doctor was previously from the Academia. He was expelled.
He asked them, do you wish to create a god?
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
And they fell for it.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output.
That's why they were doing the Samsara thing. Okay.
With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core.
Listen. Nahida's teaser makes me cry so freaking hard because recently I lost my cat of 20 years. And for some reason, every time I see that trailer, I'm not super, I don't want to get too much into the religious portion of it, but like I'm not lately in a very religious space. But I just feel like, wouldn't it be wonderful, you know, if our loved ones, like our pets and stuff, you know, lived in some kind of like paradise, like from what you see in her trailer, like all the animals and stuff. And it just really hits me like really freaking hard. Like the chorus, like when everything just comes out, and yeah, no. For some reason, it just has that effect on me. And I know that's not what's happening in the video necessarily, but that's, I don't know, for some reason, that's the way that my mind just goes. And yeah, no. Alright. With the doctor's help and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the new power from the Gnosis. Sorry, extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. I wonder if you can convert it back from a divine core into a Gnosis, like if it goes both ways. I'm sorry to hear that, Alex. Yeah, like, losing pets is never easy, but the way I try to kind of look at it to maybe reflect on the whole thing is, you know, we gave them a loving home to the best we can, where if they were in the wild, maybe they may have died a lot earlier. And, you know, hopefully we gave them a lot longer of a life with lots of love and care and, you know, life that they were happy. And I'm just glad to have met them, you know? That's how I try to see it. And I'm always grateful that, you know, they were part of my life and they were there with me. And I try holding on to that. I mean, I have a cat now, and she's not the same as my other guy, because he was super affectionate. She's a bit more wild, but, you know, I still love her nonetheless. Oh, and Huta's birthday. Sorry to hear. What color was her fur? Like, what kind of a cat was she? If you feel comfortable, if you don't want to go there, please, by all means, we don't have to, you know, delve into that.
Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
So they had the vessel. They take the Gnosis. They convert it to a core. They have the, I guess, the Balladeer, Scaramouche, and they need the divine knowledge.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
My cat with gray spots. 2 different colors. Oh, wow. That is so nice. I never had a white cat. I've, my previous cat, he was all black. His fur, at least. My lock screen, actually. My home screen on my phone. That's him. Oh. And he's sitting next to the current cat that I have. Her name is Lucina. His name is Phil. He was about 17 or 18 years old at that point. He loved cardboard boxes. So I always had like a cardboard box, you know, ready for him. But she didn't really care for them. It's for the boxes. So, but it was just funny. She was there because he was there. She's really soft and sweet and nice. Yeah. And even their fur is different. Like his fur was like smooth like silk. Lucina's fur, my current one, it's like pine needles. Like pointy, almost. Well, not that hard, but, you know, compared to like silky smooth, it's a little rough.
Call it an educated guess? The academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail.
18?
Nobody can
Wow.
explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Alhaitham.
No one can explain the cause of this, but not them going mad?
If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the god of wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
What if it's forbidden knowledge? What if them going like mad is like a failsafe to like prevent them from going any further? So that, you know, what King Deshret did doesn't repeat itself. Just a thought I'm having. But the sage's end product won't be a Grey Lord. It will be the Balladeer.
You must have noticed by now. The academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters.
Yeah, and I've learned that, you know, cats are always like different and, you know, we can't force them to be like, you know, our, you know, dear companion. So I mean, you know, for me, I accept her where she's at. She can be affectionate sometimes, especially when she's hungry. Other than that, she might disappear for like half the day sleeping, away from people. Occasionally, she'll come to like my room, like sleep in my bed for a bit while I'm streaming or while I'm on the computer and whatnot. But the moment you go to pet her, she'll get up and leave. Sometimes. The academia doesn't care about who their god is. Its ability to exercise control over knowledge.
It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood.
Huh.
Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom.
I never heard of the word phototaxis. There was a helmet thingy, it looks like some sort of like headset thing.
This is but a form
But
of
maybe.
phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you?
Let's
Is
hear
there
it.
not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
And why use the name Lesser Lord? You know, I mean, I know that they she's obviously smaller and all, but we'll see.
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god.
They never, saw her that
When
way.
the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation,
Oh boy.
they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away.
Almost like she reincarnated and she lost all her knowledge.
Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom.
So they've been using her gnosis this whole time? Damn.
Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
Isn't that what the thing is? Something forget me?
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
World forget me, I think was the quote. Even now they still refuse to acknowledge the Lesser Lord Kusanali. I never imagined a god could be subjected to such cruelty.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery.
True. Also, I was gonna say I love like the difference in color in everyone's outfits. Like you have Sino here with, I can't tell if that's blue or purple. My color perception is a little bit not so great. You know, you have Day obviously with the red, the gold, the black, or maybe different shades of brown. Her hair as well has, you know, like the blonde streaks in it. Al Hatham has the green. Just looks really nice. It looks great without looking goofy.
Raman, give me a
Well, Al
few
Haytham's not here right now, but
back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
I mean, he's here with us, but not in that frame.
Sure, as you wish.
Yeah. And they all look different to the point where they don't look too similar. Where like with Star Rail, I know a lot of folks are complaining that and when I say a lot of folks, I mean like mainly on Twitter, and even on YouTube, I've seen some stuff that there's that outfit that what's it called? Yeah, like a lot of them. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Like Yukong, Tingyun, Runmei, the new characters, Yi. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Yeah, they all have very similar outfit designs, and while they're nice outfits, they look too similar to one another. Whereas if you take like Himiko's outfit, Kafka's outfit, I guess Silverwolf has a completely different design. Brownie's outfit, like, and I understand that a lot of them are from like the Lofu area region, so there's that similarity. But like, Jingyuan has something different versus who else is from that region? I mean, obviously him being a male and him being the general, he'll have a different attire than like Fushwan. But I think, I mean, I guess there's also what's her name? The physical unit. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing such a blank. She's a swordsman character. 4-star. I don't want to look it up. No, not Su Shang. But even though she's from the Lofu, her outfit's a little bit different than like Yukong and whatnot. Yeah, it was Su Shang. So I mean, I feel like they could do a little bit more variety while keeping the regional stuff there. Although I guess Ruin Mei isn't necessarily from the Lofu region. I mean, she might be, because I know she's like part of like the Society of Geniuses and stuff. So maybe that's where she came from. I don't entirely know. I'm a little bit behind in the Star Rail story too, but I'm catching up a little bit. But you know, going back to Genshin, the character designs, like they all look very different. Where you know, I'll hate them and like Tainari, they're both from parts of the researchers or parts from the academia. I'll hate them as a scribe. Tainari is one of the folks from there as well, but they do look different enough. No, he does have like a crest on his shirt, the undershirt, like the green thing. As does I'll hate them, but it still looks different enough that I could visually tell that they're from a different section. Now, I don't have data to compare Candace to, aside from like the color palette, but who else is from Sumeru? Like Nilu? I guess maybe they have like like a lot of like flowing gear, but you could say that about almost anyone because Novelette has a long flowy coat. Farina has a long tail coat. Nahida has a cape. Dory, you're right. Oh gosh, we have to scroll all the way over here to find Dory. Yeah. I can use the archive. Oh yeah. Let's see. Not this, but yeah, I know what you're talking about now. The character archive. Good call. Like her outfit, completely different from like the straps on the shorts, or I guess the pant, the one-legged pant short thing. I don't know how you describe this. Yeah, no, they all have flowy clothes. So that's not necessarily a Sumeru thing, so that's not necessarily a good point. Now, there's like a lot of sharp angular thing, like this pyramid thing, like right above her navel, like by her belly button. The necklace she has. She has like a lot of like pointy accessories, like her earrings, the necklace thing. I'll hate them has that design on his chest. It does have like the very sharp edges to it, in terms of like lines. But again, they don't look similar enough where it's like, oh, you're just copying. Yeah, Daya's eyes are just beautiful. Like, I just love the contrast between her hair, I guess, to some extent her skin tone, and I know there's a lot of folks that are a bit upset with the I guess the representation of skin tones with characters. And I understand the sentiment as well. I also feel like that's not something that's going to get huge amounts of attention from the developers that were, considering, how do I phrase this? Maybe culturally, certain skin tones are more appealing from the developers' point of view, and I'm not saying this reflects mine, just an observation, something I've seen heard a lot that in a lot of these games, you're going to see everyone with like a very fair skin tone color, and it's rare to see folks with other skin tones. Yes, thank you, Alex. That's the words that I was looking for, Chinese beauty standards. Maybe not just Chinese, but a lot of Eastern beauty standards. And I'm just saying that as a point of reference. I'm not saying it as a blame or an attack. And this is developed by, an Eastern company. So considering that it's the type of game we're playing, I think that, it shouldn't come too much as a surprise, Like Kai, I think it still has like the most difference in skin tone. What I do like though is the fact that there's the inclusion of different cultures interwoven with the atmosphere, the locations, the music instruments, and reflected in the character outfits as well. Going back to outfits, I noticed there's a bit of similarity with the Tainarian Wanderer's outfit. I never actually really noticed. Like, you have like maybe like the sashed vest thing here, and like a lapel, like something coming over the shoulder. Now the colors are entirely different. I've never actually looked at Wanderer's outfit too much. That caught me off guard. I forgot he does that. But maybe just like the structure. Like the more I look at it, they're not too similar. Tainari's and Wanderer's outfits. I think I'm just looking at the actual shape of like the shoulder part, with like an under piece and like an over piece. But yeah, yeah. I think that's all I'm looking for, because like the more I really look at it, it does look more. Can you stop, man? I should make that an alert. I like the hat though. Hat guy. All right, let me continue. All right. Right, yeah, no, that's a really good point, like the leeway designs. Now, with the exception of Zhonglin Huta, because I think they're from the Wang Shen funeral parlor, so they're wearing the attire, I think, of the funeral parlor. So I think they might be the exceptions. But like, Yanfei is a lawyer, and the outfit is very reminiscent of Li Wei. Who else is Li Wei? You have Yunjin. Character I want to work on. I love her design, though. Oh, yeah. A lot of colorism, I agree. There's a documentary I was watching, or even a video clip where even residents of Japan, if they're a darker skin tone, for acting, they have to register as immigrants. Even if they're native Japanese, based on their skin tones. And I'm like, wow, that really, really blew my mind. Now, I know it's Shenhe and Ganyu, the secretaries to Ningguang. But comparing like the Li Wei outfits, like they both have, I guess, like the tabard-ish design, but the colors are very different. The shape is a bit different as well. Just, I guess, like a 360 view. It's like a double tail split for Beidou, and obviously her hair. And she has like the shoulder parts with the fur. Comparing to Zhangling, who also has like the front tabard thing. You know, I forget she eats an apple. Oh, I guess hers does split. I've never actually really used Zhangling, to be honest. But it doesn't have like the shoulder thing, and there's enough differentiation a bit. Also, I guess the hair lengths kind of play into it too, with the colors. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Shenhe. Kaching. Kaching and Ganyu, I think, are her secretaries, right? I know they're adepti, though. Ganyu? I don't think Kaching is. So I'm like... See Kaching, where... Oh, there she is. I might say that Shenhe and Ganyu are trained by Cloud Retainer. So there's like that similarity in their outfits. I know Xinyan is an outcast. Compared to her folks, and that plays a little bit into her story because she wanted to do like the rock and roll thingy. At least I think. Xingqiu. At first, I didn't really like his character, but he really grew on to me. I love his character design. Like, this is such an elegant outfit. From like every part of it, the frills, the blacks, the blues. Even like the cufflinks parts, like by his wrists, the end of the flare wrist. And the outline, like this is really nice. So, and you can see from like the visual parts of it that while they share some similarities, I think a lot of like the embroidery is similar, especially near the ends of like their outfits and fabrics. They're all diverse enough visually where they don't all look like they're wearing the same pieces of gear. Chongyun, I know he's like part of the Exorcist group, so his attire is a little bit different. Even Chi-Chi,
One,
like outfit-wise.
breathe. 3, 4, and
And there's like a variety in the hairstyles where they also look very, very different. I've never actually noticed like the little yin and yang things here, I think. Or maybe that's not what they are, I can't tell. I think that's what they are. Yeah, they are. Okay. I didn't want to misquote. Or say anything. Diana's from Mondstadt. Like Zhao. Aladdis. He's a Yaksha. He has his mask on his hip. I've never noticed that. Because I know he pulls it out for his birth, or he puts it on. I never realized how big the Zhao fandom is. Until someone pointed it out to me. And yeah. Zhao fans are very passionate. I guess Yelan is also from Liyue as well. She's the... I know that coat was supposed to be for the Saritsa that she stole, I think. Because her bracelet was stolen or something. I don't remember. It was in a YouTube video, which I think might tie into her story quest, so I'm going to hold on to that. Alright, Alright, let me wrap this section up for now. I'm going to finish this part of the story because it's nearing 1 a.m. And I want to finish the next couple of minutes. And, because I do have work in the morning. So, but yeah, regular stream days are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, usually at nighttime, around 9 o'clock. I want to start closer to 8, but we shall see. Oh, you got him after me. Funny, I was pulling his banner. He was running with someone else. Let me just take a peek, actually. I'll tell you the exact banner it was. No, we're descending. I think it was either him and Yelan. Yeah. Zhao and Yelan ran for the 2.7 banner cycle from May 31st to June 21st. And I think that was Yelan's first banner of 2022. And I was pulling in his banner, and I didn't get him. I skipped Yelan that time. I do have a Discord, yes. I usually post like when I go live on Twitter, or X, or however you call it. Excuse me, by the way, if I sound a little clammy. I've been fighting off a cold for the last 2 weeks or so. Oh, I'll hate them Zhao banner. Was that the rerun after it? Let me see. Because I know he ran a few times. Yeah, that was January 18th, 2023. That was right after the Raiden Ayato banner. Which was right before Scaramouche debuted. Sorry, after Scaramouche debuted. Because before that it was Miko Child. Then it was Ito and Scaramouche. For the second half of... Oh no. So yeah, when Scaramouche's banner finished, it was Ayato Raiden. And then after that was Zhao Alhaitham. I think that was Alhaitham's first banner. And yeah, the music of Genshin is probably one of my favorite things. Next to the gameplay. Alright, cool.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
Nice. Oh, that means Isak has his grandpa back, right?
The atmosphere is so heavy.
It's hard not to feel weighed down by what we just learned. Oh, the new god and all. Despite everything Lesser Lord Kusanali has done for her people, the Academia has abandoned her and the Sanctuary of Surastana like a lost cause. Oh, nice. Yeah, when I heard the chasm the first time, it's also my alarm music. My favorite track is Inevitable Conflict. It's just so good. Entering the chasm, like, I know a lot of people hated the chasm. I love that place. The atmosphere is not bad. I kind of like the gadget, like the lemon light thing. But the music made me fall in love with it, and like the mysteriousness, like with those knights, the black knights. I'm like, what's the deal with them? And then there's that quest line with Dainsleif, where you learn about the Hilichurls and Conry and how like the chasm is like that one place where you know, they come to rest for their final moments, more or less, because I think it dampens the effect of the curse. So when they're about to die, they kind of go. And then there was that sequence with Zhao. I want to get back into economy. I started the quest and it kind of like stopped doing it. So I gotta finish that sometime. Maybe I'll do that like after I do catch up on the Archon quests. Just like really get into these other zones that I've kind of like glossed over. But yeah, that thing with Zhao, and then when you're going up that elevator thing, and then he's like about to die, he uses his energy to send the party up, and then Zhongli comes in for the save. That was peak Genshin storytelling. Yeah, like I want to know more about Enkanomiya. And why the heck does it look so much like Conria? Alright, let's finish this cutscene and I'm going to wrap it up. Again, thank you for everyone that stopped by and hung out for chatting and whatnot. Feel free to follow, like, subscribe on YouTube or Twitch. Same thing at Twitter, but let's continue with the cutscene and then we'll do the ending things next. We're not done yet. So despite everything Lesser Lord Kusanali has done for her people, the Academia has abandoned her in the sanctuary of Suristana like a lost cause. Even though she protected him, never realized there's such a small childlike god in the world.
Hey, say something. Stop spacing out.
Thank you, thank you.
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
It's funny because when we first had this meeting, nobody was talking to each other. So I know I'll hate them or Dea. Snacks?
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
Maybe. I want to share everything I know with all of you. No secrets.
So you were still withholding some information?
Maybe. Hold on, my thing is... Now I know we're all in this together. Heavy conversation. Sen has a firm and solemn expression in his face. He's made up his mind. Everything is now clear to him. Al-Haytham also turned towards the crowd. He wants to listen too. Everyone will fight for the same goal. I'm just reading that quietly because I read faster in my head than I do out loud.
Still feels super surreal to hear you talk about
Yeah, everyone just started chatting. And it's funny because like the dialogue can go at an okay pace, especially if you have an auto, it kind of goes slow. But on those black screen, it just goes so freaking quick. Even though we lived through all this firsthand, it feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again. So that's everything we've experienced so far in Sumeru.
What a whirlwind of a story. Felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
I also love how the chasm, when we come out of it after that quest, we come out in Sumeru.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
Ramon on a banner win. Kidding. Yeah. My two favorite tracks, probably Inevitable Conflict. And This is so good. I'm sorry, Senora is one of my favorite characters. I am so mad she died. And there's a rumor going around. I love the Crimson Witch of Flame story as well. There's a rumor, apparently, that sometime in Natlan or Shneznaya, there's going to be a ritual to rebirth Senora. But she's going to be playable like a childlike character, kind of like how Klee is. If that happens, I might quit Genshin. I hope they don't do that. But I know the devs, and they love their cutesy childlike characters. But as a Senora fan, I might just have to put up with it, you know? Just to see, you know, how the story continues. Or maybe she gets resurrected in her regular body. I don't know. I just love the opera singing in this, man. It's so powerful. That, and it reminds me of a beautiful song from Nier Automata. I hope it's a fake leak, man. It also gives me like Liberelli Fatali vibes from Final Fantasy VIII. The beginning, the Fithos Lucic. That whole thing. And those are like two of my favorite games from my childhood. Let's wrap this up. Sorry. I keep getting sidetracked. My fault, but let's see. Everyone's talking. That's good. Even in chat. Now's the next time to make our next move. Now that Raman's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
This cannot continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
That sounded so badass. Crush the sages, rescue our god. No matter what lies ahead.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
Dory. I don't know. I don't know if Dory would get involved. Oh, so it's literally just people pulling stuff out of their ass. Excuse the language. More or less for the leaks.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Alright, so the cast is gonna brainstorm. We did it! Ooh! Constellation for the Traveler. Dendro. Let's do it. That's a C5. Surgent Manifestation, that's our burst, I believe. Cool. Alright, this is a really cool screenshot. Yeah, no, Sumeru's been great so far. My only, I don't want to say issue. Yeah, I remember apparently Ayato, in like the early leaks, supposedly he's gonna summon like a Hydro Whirlpool that'll suck everyone in. Like, what the hell is that about? Yeah, I'm gonna talk to everyone here before I leave. The Aranara quest. I spent like 12 hours on that, plus I think on stream, not knowing what I was walking into. I'm like, is this gonna end? Just listen before I continue. I don't want this to be weird, but for my stream ending screen, I just want to show this real quick. I mentioned this earlier. I have like a little screenshot of the game that I'm playing, like with Final Fantasy XIV. I took in-game screenshots and I have it as like a slideshow. And then since I'm playing Genshin Impact now, I kind of want to get like Genshin Impact screenshots so I could post it on that screen. Going back to Genshin. So that's why I'm taking pictures of Alhaitham, okay? Is there a way I can go like to first person? Alright, yeah, because as long as... I mean, I guess this is kind of a funny screenshot, right? Or I could just switch to Alhaitham. Hey, we can do this. Kindness in the house. We'll get a little closer. Let's talk to Alhaitham. Last thing.
Time to probably.
Can I read his mind with Nahida? No. Damn. Oh, shit. Is it this one? Sorry, you said F1, right? Oh! This is a thing? No shot. Thank you. That is a big difference. Oh, oops. Sorry. There's another camera gadget, isn't there? Sorry for my background. Hold on. So there's like an easier way. There's this one and special camera, right? Is it only in Fontaine? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong skill issue. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk to him.
Don't rush. This is a big undertaking, and the planning and preparation for what lies ahead will no doubt take some time.
Really? With Charlotte?
Take it slowly. We need to make sure the plan is as effective as possible.
He's starting to read his book again. Hey, are you even listening?
Would you like me to lend you something to read?
Tell him I'll hate them.
No way. Your books aren't quite to Paimon's tastes.
I was joking. I know my books are far too difficult for you, and I have no intention of letting them out.
Shoot. He's not even gonna waste his time on it.
Ugh, you're so annoying.
Yeah, skill issue. Yeah, is it this camera? No, special camera, right? A strange device from Fontaine. Yeah, that's the one that you're mentioning, I think, right? Link. Equip. Alright. Let's talk to Candace.
You must let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Well, we're
Though I
just
cannot
planning.
leave our village, I can't help but feel stirred when I see the looks in your eyes.
Is she flirting with the traveler?
I've never felt as
Joking.
roused as this when fighting alone in the past.
Maybe not.
I suppose this must be the power of camaraderie.
It's friendship. That's what we're feeling. She just put us into friend zone. And like there. That's good. Control H. That's a nice one. Okay. Is there anyone else in here we can talk to? Sino? Yeah, he's right there. Alright, we'll talk to Sino and Dea.
Do you still remember?
Let me talk to these folks. Uncle Anpu. My old pal, what do you think? When we're too old to remember anything, liberating young people wanting to take our places? Of course, don't say things like that. Our village may be small, but we got quite a lot of decent youngsters here. Never mind the people who came back from working with the Aramites. Even Kazim's boy is working hard, you know. Ah, true, you're right. I must have been overthinking. I'm sure we'll have more reliable successors like Candace in our village. Of course! Speaking of Candace, remember when she was a little girl? How'd she go to the wrong house because of her poor eyesight? Yes, that did happen, I believe. Ha! Between the two of us, I guess you're the one with good memory. So we can't mess up the Dea ones.
The past few days have been some of the most challenging work I've ever taken on. And none of it'll earn me a single Mora. I can't believe it.
She is a mercenary, we gotta remember that.
Look on the bright Maybe we'll get a huge reward after this is all over.
You've got a point. Hey, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend?
She would buy all the food she sees.
Paimon would buy boatloads of tasty snacks.
Classic.
That's it?
And maybe some tasty drinks as well?
How adorable.
I wonder what Dia would buy.
Well, here's to all our indulgent fantasies. If there's a chance they can come true, I'll give it my best shot.
Oh, it's in Fontaine? Is that from a world quest or like...
And here's hoping that everything we do from now on will change this world for the better.
Let's go ahead and do this one last one. We're getting better, so we can hide character. There's a little background blur. Mess with the blur distance, right? Pull back the distance a little bit, mess with the radius. Interesting, alright. There we go. Because, you know, we don't have Dea for ourselves. I mean, our account. I realize the way we set that kind of could be, you know, misconstrued. Let's try it without the blur. Yeah, that's better. We're trying to do a little cinematic, but oh, it's a world quest. Okay. There we go. We got a Dea picture. By the fireplace. Let's see what Sino has to say.
In the past, I never imagined that even the gods could suffer from hardship.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't have like a stream Discord yet. I just have a personal Discord. I just don't know if I've posted on stream yet. Let me see. Can I direct message on YouTube? I don't think so. Darn. That's fine. I'll look into it next time, though. No worries. No worries. Should I even write it on the post-it, actually? By post, I'll write it in this book. It's called Special Analysis Zoom Lens. I'll write that down. And then I'll look at it's like the world quest to getting it. Special Analysis. Frosty Snow King. Oh, is that what it is on Discord? Let me see if I can find you real quick. Friends search. Is it case sensitive? I'm wondering. Yeah, it's failing. Sorry about that. I tried. No worries. Ah, okay. Okay, it was sent. Cool. So if anything, I'll probably do that tomorrow. Like I say, you know, we're gonna wrap this one up here in a second. After I finish talking to Sino, do a Sino picture, and I'll do like a stream recap. Even the gods could suffer from hardship. Thank you, by the way.
Find a way to change all of this. Will this nation become a better place?
Find a way to challenge. One can only hope. He's very pensive. I just thought, let me get closer. Hide character. Boom. Let's go like that for now. Alright, we have our screenshots. It's everyone, right? Sino, Dea, Alhaitham, Candace. Yeah, that was the party that we had going in. And the Traveler. But Paimon's gonna stop us. Wait until the next day. All right, so perfect song too. You do have the full Sumeru cast, right? I'll probably pull sign on the next rerun, for sure. Yeah, it's such a beautiful track. If I ever pick up the guitar again, it would have to be an acoustic one, you know? Or a classical guitar. That'd be a melody I'd like to play. See if I can get the first note. Yeah, no, I'm just like messing around. I was gonna get like a pick or something and then actually practice. I was just like trying to play it by ear, a few of the notes, but don't fall. Anyhow, yeah, as if I had to choose, or you guys had to choose between Inazuma, Fontaine, or Sumeru soundtracks, which ones would you pick? And I know the audio's a little loud. All right, so while we discuss that, let me lower it a little bit. You guys can still hear the music, right? Yeah. Yeah, all three are great. All right, so tonight, what did we do on stream? We saw Alhaitham give himself up for the trade he gave himself in exchange to the Aramite group that Ramen was leading for the village keepers, which were the mad scholars that were that came from Sumeru. They were exiled to our village. They would get the divine knowledge taken out of them, or they were getting kidnapped. Sorry. So Alhaitham wanted to give himself up for all of the sages, but that didn't happen because Ramen changed the terms of the deal to one sage for Alhaitham. They got into a little bit of a fight. They got physically fired up. You know, while that song is like looping in the background, let's put this on. I know this is not the right place, but there. Streets of Elegance. Good OST, huh? Yeah, Yu Peng Cheng did such a good job. So, while they were fighting, there was an earthquake / sandstorm, or the dune below them kind of collapsed in on itself, and we found ourselves inside of a temple of King Deshret. And with that, we ended up finding the truth of what happened with King Deshret and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. There was a situation where King Deshret found forbidden knowledge, and unfortunately it kind of doomed everyone in his kingdom because they became afflicted with this disease, this plague, and they things were looking bad until Nahida, or Greater Lord Rukkhadevata stepped in and ended up essentially sacrificing herself to stop everything from occurring. She ended up going down to reverting to her childlike form, losing all her knowledge and wisdom and powers in the process. And that was groundbreaking because the story was different. Everyone thought that King Deshret and Greater Lord Kusanali were enemies. Sorry, Rukkhadevata. I keep saying Kusanali. And that ran counter to everything we knew about, the two stories. And it's like, well, what's the truth? So, Alhaitham wanted Ramen to see it firsthand what, the truth of the matter was, and he needed some time to take it in, and then he agreed to give us all of the scholars and realize that through everything that happened, we're all on the same side. We, as in, the Aramites and his band of Aramites. And, Sino, Dayal, Hatham, we're all on the same team. We want to get rid of the sages, or, what they're doing with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And they're using the divine knowledge and the gnosis to build a god. So I think we're on the cusp of finding out what happens next. This is a really good stopping point. So yeah, tomorrow 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be going live with the continuation of this. But special thanks to everyone that stopped in tonight. Thank you for following on Twitch, subscribing on YouTube, sending for Twitter and all that good stuff. And I'll post an update when I go live tomorrow night. Most likely we'll continue this and see where things go. With that said, I want to wish everyone a good night. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. With an updated page, I also have to change the follower on the bottom right to incorporate YouTube as well. See you, Alex. See you, Flame Crested. Thank you, thank you. Have a good night. It was a fun stream. Always fun when folks are chatting and participating. Yeah, last thought, yeah, I think the Genshin soundtrack is going in a great direction if Fontaine's music is anything to go by. Oh, really? Some of the desert tracks were not by Yu Chengpeng? I didn't know that. Actually, I think... I forgot when Hoyo Mix took over. Yeah, I think some of the ending of Sumeru, no? I'd have to see for an exact, more precise date. But, all of Fontaine has been great so far. The Fontaine battle music. Okay. Alright. Have a good night, guys.